I'm Kat, and welcome to Kattnhubbyskreations, my little world of yarn and stitchcraft. I wanted to start this channel to document my crochet journey in 2026 and bring you along with me. I'm a crochet artist and amigurumi designer. I've been crocheting for about 10 years and designed my own patterns for about 5 years now. I worked retail for about 18 years in all sorts of positions and recently retired from being a store manager. Now I get to fill my days with lots and lots of yarn and crocheting to my little heart's content. My plans for 2026 is to share my patterns more consistently, as well as selling my plushies on Etsy, in my craft co-op, and at a couple of in-person shows. I'm really looking forward to a big anime convention that I signed up for in April this year. That's going to be a whole weekend event with the whole Creations crew. Hubby and my son will both be joining me at that convention. Another thing in 2026 that I want to accomplish is to crochet down some of my yarn stash that I've accumulated over the last 10 years. I have so much yarn that it doesn't fit in my little one-bedroom apartment. So to give myself some accountability, I decided to bring you along with me as I grow my business in 2026. I hope you enjoy this and get some inspiration from everything that I do. My focus for this week was to refresh my co-op booth for Valentine's. I don't celebrate it, but a lot of people do. So I made a few things to add some love to my booth till I refresh it for the spring. A couple things are just your everyday plushies that I did in pretty pinks and purples. Some of it is slightly themed towards Valentine, but not, oh my goodness, hearts galore. Because I feel as though you should show somebody you love them every day and not just one day a year. But for those that do celebrate, I wanted to add a little love to my booth. To get started, the first thing I worked on were one of my better sellers. It's a free pattern that I got off of Instagram, and it is a baby turtle pattern. It is no sew, and it is by lmsmart.co and collaborations with cofire.co. And it's these cute itty bitty baby turtles. I used Lion Brand mandala yarn for these, and I did 6 of them in all kinds of pretty purples and pinks for the shells. Then the next thing I did was from one of my favorite designers, CableandCanvas. Their pop toys are one of my favorite ones to do, and I do them out of a acrylic yarn, and they turn out so tiny and just so precious looking. And I did her popping Hoya in red and pink and purple, and I used Karen's Simply Soft for these ones, and they just pop up and down, and they're cute little Hoya plants. Also by CableandCanvas, I did her popping flowers, and I did them in the pinks and red. Then in the Lion Brand mandala, so I could use up some more scraps of that, I did the popping jellies in 2 shades of pink. Then I worked on some everyday stuff. that I keep in the Rancocas booth in a nice little basket. These are all original patterns of my own. I'm currently in the process of working on getting the actual pattern written up, but it is all kinds of produce. So I did cherries, and pickles, two avocados, two potatoes, two little ears of corn, two strawberries, a chili pepper, a ghost pepper, a little mushroom, and then two peas in a pod. And the peas come out of the pod. So they actually double as a little fidget because you can sit and pop them in and out of the pod. I then also did 3 little bumblebees. I used Caron Simply Soft for all of those and a 3.25 millimeter hook. Then the next thing I worked on this week was a pattern by PawgysPlace, and I did her little garden troll out of a mandala ball, and then a little mushroom that I put the hearts on it, and that's Caron Simply Soft. Next, I worked on a pattern by KnotMonster, and it is 2 peas in a pod. And these, just like the little ones, come out of the pod and go right back in. Then I found a new pattern by CrochetGrove, and it is this adorable shelf goose. And she actually sits on the shelf and dips her head off. And I used Caron Simply Soft to do her. And then I had found this pattern by Faynitoys and did a couple hearts, but they have a little creepy twist to them. The first one I found is her poisoned heart, and I did it in a light dusty pink with gray drips of poison coming down. And then I found her creepy hearts pattern pack, and that comes with a bleeding heart, a broken heart, and my favorite, the patchwork heart. Next up on my to-do list was a pattern by Squishystitches Forrest Guardian. I modified it to be a little more Valentine in all kinds of shades of pink and added some cherry blossoms to it. So her tail is covered in cherry blossoms, and she has 2 little cherry blossoms under her horns with these adorable pink sinker eyes. And then on the same cherry blossom theme, I found another pattern by KaileynsKrafts, and it's a hatchling dragon that I then added the cherry blossoms as a crown with the same pink sparkle safety eyes, and decorated her wings all the way down her tail with the cherry blossoms. And that's everything that I made this week. That's all going to go to my craft co-op. And I will decorate that for Valentine's Day so that it is holiday themed until I can redecorate it for the spring. I hope you join me again next week to see what I've stitched up. Happy stitching. Bye.